to the Roy Rogers News Channel. Thank you for watching. Alright, we're going to go ahead and look at this update. So, I'll be with you once the game is loaded on my screen. So, I will be right back. Oh, and before I log in, there's a new feature called Remember Me, which means if you put in your username and password, you can check that off and you don't have to keep typing it over and over and over and over and over again. Me personally, I have a piece of paper that has all my usernames and all my passwords for all my accounts. So, yeah. Personally, I'm probably not going to use the Remember Me feature because I want to remember my username and password, and you know, I don't want PokeMMO to remember it. You know, just to test out my memory. Anyways, so with that aside, let's go ahead and go to the update log, shall we? Update log is going to be in the description below. Alright, so we are in the game, so let's start off with the features. And let's go to the general. Alright, so point number 1. The VS Seeker. Nav are no longer required to rematch NPC trainers. NPCs will now automatically be rematchable once per in-game 6 real hours. That hasn't changed. The only thing that really changed was that you don't need a VS Seeker on that regard. But there are other things that changed here too. So these items are still used to indicate which NPCs are rebattleable. Thank you, Q, for putting in a tongue twister. I appreciate it. VS Seeker steps requirement reduced from 100 to 10. Thank you, Q. I appreciate it. Man, I can't tell you how many times my character's legs are aching from just, you know, stepping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the time. So thank you, Q. I really appreciate it. The Battle Frontier now scales parties down while entering the level 50 brackets. Yes! Thank you! If entering with a level greater than 51. Many additional Kanto NPCs can now be rematched. Alright. Many additional Kanto NPCs can now be rematched. Gym leaders in Hoenn can be rematched after completing the Elite Four. Thank you so much, Q. Man, you're making my day. And added AI for sleep talk and snore combos. That should be interesting. Like I said, Q's gonna make those robotic NPCs take over PokeMMO one day. Just watch. Alright. Let's go ahead and go to the UI now. Let's go into the scientist's home. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna sit right next to him while I read this UI update. So the stat displays in the summary window now show the total bonuses from IVs and EVs on hover over. Interesting. Man, Q, with all your tongue twisters in the update log. Move tools tips are now verbose and include information such as interactions with other types of moves, perfect changes of secondary effects, priorities, and possible targets. Now, I want to show the window here, so let's go and look at my Dragonite for an example. There we go. Dragonite's a little bigger. So, you know, Q made the window a little smaller. Alright, and there we go. There's the bonuses that the Q was describing. And interactions with other types of moves. So, there you go. Oh, sorry. Let's go ahead and put this over here. There we go. So you can see Surf, for an example, can be prevented with Protect and Detect, can be copied by Mirror Move, and does 2 times damage to Pokemon in the invulnerable turn of invulnerable turn of dive. Alright, so you get to see all the move effects right there, the bullet points. So there you go. Alright, so they also added priorities as well. So the priority for Surf is normal, and targets is all adjacent Pokemon, which means that Surf will hit everybody in the battle scene. Which is why whenever you go on a doubles battle, you should always have a water absorbed Pokemon if you use Surf, because it hits everybody. Alright, so added Greek and Cyrillic support for battle UIs, added Remember Me options for the login screen. Stats toggle in the summary now also show at 5. Interesting. While watering berries, one interaction will always set it to max safe moisture. Additional interactions can flood the plant. Removed unnecessary text from Wilmer Pale Hotkey interactions with berries. Alright, so just as a test, I'm gonna go ahead and plant a berry so that way I can show off this feature that the queue is advertising. So I will be right back, folks. I'll be right back, and I'll meet you at the flower shop. Alright, we are back and we are at the flower shop. Let's go ahead and plant some seeds here so that we can grow some berries, and we're gonna see what Q is talking about. So we'll be right back, and I'm gonna show the berries. Alright, so this has a very long growth time, so 70 hours. Alright, and it whittles quickly within 3 hours, so it's not very thirsty, but it whittles very quickly. Alright, so we're gonna plant the seeds here, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put in the hotkey. There you go. So I watered the seeds, and it automatically goes, like Q says, it automatically is max, so it's safe moisture, and any additional planting will kill this pitaya berry. Alright, so now for the gift shop. The gift shop, alright. Now, added move Acronas? I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Alright, so the cut, there you go. So it summons a Pokemon which will use cut outside of battle. Cannot be used in certain instances, and so on and so forth. So what does this mean? Well, Q describes that. Allows HM usage while out of battle. If the badge required is satisfied, HM item is already owned. Alright, that's interesting. And that will cost you 200 reward points. Alright, now let's go and go to the balancing. And then after that, we're going to break some very exciting news at the end of this broadcast. I just want to break that to you. All right. At first, let's go and go to the balancing. Balancing. All right. So since we're on a bridge, and bridges you kind of have to balance, I'm just going to stand right here. All right. So balancing. The trainer tower no longer has an entrance fee. Now gives 2 times battle points. Now gives EXP. Great! Good for leveling, maybe. Alright, so the Elite Fours rematches now scale upwards more slowly. Interesting. For rematches 1 through 3, money gain has been slightly reduced from 0.75 per times, 0.8 times, 0.9 times. The final rematch still remains its 50k base for level 100. Oh wow! If any of you want some good cash, some good in-game cash, you can just go and beat the champion. So there you go. All right, so trainer NPCs now have a maximum effect level of 75 for granted EXP. If the trainer NPC has higher levels than that, their EXP yield is scaled down as if their party was were 75. The Battle Factory in the Battle Frontier now gives 1.5 times battle points. Alright, so for the moves, there's been a bit of some move balancing. So false swipe, reduced PP from 40 to 30. Alright, so there's false swipe. Actually, I have Smeargle right here, so let's go ahead and go to the moves. Alright, false swipe has reduced from 40 to 30, as you can see right there. Alright, so also sturdy. If a party member with this ability would knock out from 100 HP from a single hit, they will survive with 1 HP. Alright. I guess there'll be a lot more Skymaries with the sturdy ability. Alright, I think Skymary is going to be really good for Jolteon. So let's say Skymary can be, you know, doing that whirlwind. It has to do that whirlwind, folks. Alright, so now for the bug fixes. Since I've been in the Petalburg's forest already, I'm going to go ahead and go to Verinian Forest, so I'll be right back. Just for a little bit of some variety. Alright, we are in Verinian Forest, so let's go ahead and talk about these bugs. Alright, so there's minor text fixes. When a party member disobeys you because of a lack of badges, there's a chance for them to damage themselves in confusion. Fix an issue where "Are you sure?" dialogue in GTL will not automatically focus on pop-up. The bug GUI is now usable while spectating. The bag GUI is now usable while spectating. Alright. Fix an issue where the sign-up timestamps in the tournament UI will reflect the tournament start instead of the tournament sign-up times. Fixed an issue where the sign-up button wouldn't be usable until the window was closed and reopened. Fix an issue where right-click menus in the chat box could fall out of bounds of the window. Fixed an issue where gender swap tickets can result in an error selecting appearance error when the character used gender-restricted vanity items. Alright, fix an issue where if a move was learned while in the daycare, PP bonuses for other moves can be removed, or could be removed, could be removed. Fixed an issue where locals use spaces, e.g. FR, which I assume is French people, FR, as decimal marks would be put up, would be able to use them in input UI or UIs. The minimum sale price for species sold via GTL is now 1K or 1000. Fix an issue where Rock Smash and Hoenn won't always have a chance of to cause a wild encounter. Fixed an issue where Old Amber couldn't be dropped while using pickup in Kanto. When leaving PvP quotas, there's now an additional prompt. Fixed an issue where compatibility mode prompts could occur on unintended platforms. Fixed an issue where when using Strength in Hoenn, the badge requirements wouldn't always be correct. Fix an issue where Nino Queen, Nino King trees would show the correct resulting species in the breeding UI. Add focus band effects. Held items slots in the summary window now behave the same as other selection prompts. Left click, select item from menu. Fix an issue where protect detect when called by sleep talk could never fail. Fix an issue where tradable rare candies wouldn't be holdable. Fix an issue where town maps would not close after a fly request was done via mouse. Rock Smash rocks no longer respawn instantly or on channel change or relog. Fixed various dext issues. Let's go and look at the dext. And that's the last part of the bug fixes. Alright, so added typing to species window. Alright, the species window. There you go. There's a type. Oh, nice, it's a fire. Yes, I'm glad that developers added the type here because, you know, whenever I do these competitive commentaries, I have to remember the type right off the bat, and sometimes I don't remember the types off the bat, and it can be a little bit awkward for me as a competitive commentator for tournaments. So thank you so much, developers, for putting in the typing in there. I really appreciate it. Alright. Also, improved readability on light UI and the fixed sprite background on dark UI. The move sections of the text could now be sorted by column value. That's a column value. Interesting. So there's the column value, as you see right here. So there's a start, and you know, there we go. So this is the column value. Now, the other. All right. Now for the other, which, you know, since there's no more bugs, I need to report. I'm going to go out of Vermilion Forest, so I'll be back. All right. So the summary. So there you go. Summary sprites are now rendered at 2 times. This change also includes support for arbitrary summary sprites, scaling from for modders. In table summary scales text defaulting by 2 times. Alright, so with that being said, now I know you all have been waiting for this, but I am about to tell you the most exciting news ever on PokeMMO. Guess what? All the starters are now implemented in PokeMMO. I'm not kidding. All starters from Generation 1 to Generation 3 are implemented. I have the proof. Right here. Look at this location. So you can catch Chikorita at the Safari Zone. You can catch Cyndaquil at the Safari Zone as well, in the grass. And you can catch a Turtile in the water in Hoenn in the Safari Zone. So you can catch all 3 of these Pokemon in the Safari Zone. Good luck to all of you that want to complete your Dex. Unfortunately, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and Raikou, Entei, and Suzukon, and the Regis, and these 2 flying Pokemon are not implemented. Groudon and Kyogre are also not implemented either. But the good news is that the starters are implemented. So now you can collect all the starters. And that means you get to complete the Dex if you're not including the legendaries. So there you go. Anyways, good luck with your starter hunt. And with that being said, this is the Roy Rogers News channel. Don't forget to comment or subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the content that you see here. And this is the Roy Rogers News channel signing off. Fast, accurate, unbiased Roy Rogers News. And good luck to all of you that want to catch those Johto starters. Knock yourselves out.